Hello viewers, welcome to Ekam IAS Academy. In this video, we are going to discuss about the latest news that is with respect to its scheduled caste subcategorization. So what is meaning of subcategorization, why this issue came to the forefront now, all these things we are going to look into. And also we are going to discuss about the background of this issue and what are the pros and cons of subcategorization in scheduled caste and related prelims and mains question. All these things we are going to see. So stay tuned till the end. Now, why this issue is in news? Because recently, if you have remembered, during Telangana Assembly elections time, Prime Minister have attended a public meeting and he promised that we are going to look into this demands of SC subcategorization. So, on this regard, today central government have formed a committee to examine what is the feasibility of subcategorization within scheduled caste and what are other ways without subcategorization also how we can better provide the services to the marginalized within scheduled caste itself. So this is the background of this issue. We are also going to look into Supreme Court judgments on this issue, and if you have known this judgment with respect to SC subcategorization, okay, because some states in the recent times like Punjab, Tamil Nadu and other states, they have tried to bring laws to provide subcategorization within their states, but these things are not allowed because with respect to the subcategorization of SCs, if you know, who have to be recognized as a scheduled caste is also only given to the parliament, okay. So when parliament recommends the list of scheduled caste, then they will be notified by the President of India under Article 341, if you do remember, okay. So that is why Supreme Court has said states have no law and only Parliament has the power to look into these issues, okay. That is why this matter went even to Supreme Court, and now larger bench in the Supreme Court is going to look into this issue. These are all the things we are going to discuss. What are the recent news related to this issue? What is the debate around subcategorization within this scheduled caste? What is the legality, means whether it is valid in case if you are subcategorizing, what is the government stand, and what is the background of this subcategorization issue, from when it started and what is the demand, okay. All these things we are going to look. And syllabus mapping, if you say, this is forming part of Indian polity, governance and constitutional provisions. So what is the recent news, okay? So as I have explained, Union government has formed a 5-member committee, okay? So 5-member committee for what purposes? To distribute the benefits, programs and initiatives to the most disadvantaged communities among 1200 scheduled castes. Means if you have known, there are some people, okay, so belonging to some caste recognized as scheduled caste, okay. So that means within the scheduled caste also there are some allegations that most privileged people, okay, among those scheduled castes also only some castes are enjoying all the benefits that are intended for them, and some people, okay, within that scheduled caste only are not able to entitle the benefits that are entitled to them. So these are the allegations made by some caste against another. So because of which they are asking again within caste only, within scheduled caste only, please categorize again. That is what meaning of the word subcategorization within scheduled caste. So what is the purpose of this committee? So they have to they shouldn't deviate into the issue of reservation, means whether they should be provided with reservation or alteration among the community. Now if you remember, or around SCs, okay, so SCs are around 15% of the reservations are entitled to SCs in the present times, means this is available to all the communities in SCs, okay. There is no subcategorization, means within SCs if there are A, B, C and all. If you know, there is in OBCs we have BC A, BC D and all these, no. So in such way they are also asking to subcategorize, but this issue is pending, okay. So the committee which is formed by the central government was mandated not to deviate into this, means they don't have the domain into entering into the reservation issue, because this issue has to be taken care by the Supreme Court. Only they have to look into, and they also shouldn't look into what quota can be given for SCs with respect to employment and education, because this matter is sub judice. Sub judice means this is pending before the court, okay. So that is what. And who are members of this committee? Home Ministry, Law Ministry, okay, secretaries, Tribal Affairs Ministry, Social Justice Ministry. So secretaries from these ministries will be forming part of this committee. Okay, so this is what you have to keep in mind. Then what is the issue about? Okay, so as I have told you, like OBC, BCA, BCB, BCD, like that, you have some categorization, no? So within SCs also they're asking for subcategorization. That is what the issue. So here they wanted to see what are the arguments why they're asking for subcategorization. Means there are some inequalities, graded inequalities among some communities. Within SCs also there are different castes which are included. Among them also they are saying there are inequalities, and some communities have lesser access to basic facilities. Okay, so some castes are enjoying all the benefits which are given by the government, and some people are not having access to those facilities. That is what one argument for which they are asking this subcategorization. And crowding out the more backward ones out also, this is also one issue. Means the most backward ones among the scheduled castes are completely left out of the benefits. Okay, so they're not getting any benefits from this. So that is why, because of these arguments, some communities within SCs are asking for subcategorization. Then arguments against. So what is the argument? It would not really address the root cause. Even if you subcategorize also, this is not going to address the issue according to the people who don't want the subcategorization. Then there are other people are saying most backward SCs also are not having enough candidates. Means, see, if you have to apply, or you are saying that you are not getting the benefits, but most backward people initially have to come forward, then only they can entitle the benefits. If you are categorizing also, if the people are not coming from or not able to remove their backwardness, then they are not able to use this benefits. Okay, so that is what another argument against this subcategorization. Existing schemes and government benefits also first should reach these sections. Okay, if the schemes and all these things reach, then if they empower themselves, then subcategorization will have some benefits. Otherwise it will have no benefits according to one section arguments. Then what is the legality of this issue? Legality means what are the issues challenged. So here you can see states like Punjab, Bihar and Tamil Nadu, they have brought their own laws, okay, in the state level with respect to subcategorization in SCs. But what happened? All these plans, okay, because they were before this constitutional bench. You know, constitutional bench is formed with respect to constitutional issues, and you know, minimum number is 5 judge bench. Okay, so maximum, you know, there won't be any limit. Highest number of judges were now 13 judge bench in Keshwananda Bharti case. Okay, so here a constitutional bench will be deciding this matter, okay, whether the states have the power or not. But case is very important. E.V. Chinnaya versus State of Andhra Pradesh in 2004. In this case, Supreme Court said that with respect to scheduled castes under Article 341, okay, whether they form part or not. Okay, so they said they're all forming part of single larger class only. Okay, there is no distinction or categorization within scheduled castes for the purpose of reservation. Then the bench held that state did not have the legislative power, as I told you in the beginning itself. So what did Supreme Court say? It said state did not have any power. Who is having power? Only the parliament, okay, is having the power to identify who can become scheduled caste, and then it will be notified by the President of India. But states have no power. That is another judgment part of the Supreme Court's verdict in that particular case. Then also said, in case if you are categorizing, okay, then it is a violation of right to equality. This is what the judgment given E.V. Chinnaya case in 2004. Then there is another case related to this in 2020, the Yavinder Singh case. In this 5-judge bench, again constitutional bench, unanimously ruled that subcategorization is constitutionally valid. See, interestingly, the reversal happened in case of 2004 case in 2020, right? So in 2004, they said categorization is a violation of right to Article 14, right to equality. But in this case, what did they say? They said it is constitutionally valid, and they also suggested this has to be looked into by a constitutional bench, larger constitutional bench, means more than 5-judge bench. Okay, so what is the central government stand on this? So they said in 2005 they are considering what are the legal options. Okay, so in 2004 when Chinnaya case came to Supreme Court and all, after this verdict they said they are looking into this issue at that time. And then the then Attorney General of India had the opinion that only, okay, if there is evidence that the subcategorization is actually required, then only we will take up this and all. So at that time, National Commission for Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes, they said they have said that for categorization within scheduled castes, there is no requirement for constitutional amendment. Means without constitutional amendment also we can do that if we want. Then what is the background of this issue? Why not suddenly a committee was formed by the central government is because PM Modi in Telangana Assembly elections time, he have promised that we are going to look into this issue, because this issue was raised by Madiga community in that public meeting. Okay, so you know, this community belongs to scheduled castes in AP and Telangana, some parts of AP and Telangana. So they they have some allegations that most of the SC reservation benefits are going to another community, that is Mala. Okay, so these people are using the benefits and we are not getting the benefits from this whatever the reservation benefits we are entitled to. So since 1994 they're asking for subcategorization of this. Okay, so after this, what happened, Justice Ramachandra Raju Commission was formed in 1996, and later even a national commission was also formed in 2007 to look into this issue. So both commissions said that this is, they have concluded that there are possible ways to conclude the issue without going for subcategorization. Then 7-judge bench, as I told you, in 2020 Devendra Singh case, what did they say? They said that constitutionally it is valid subcategorization, and also they have referred this issue to a larger constitutional bench. No, now that is a 5-judge bench. So now they're going for 7-judge constitutional bench. Okay, so that is going to start hearing on this issue, because see here, you have to remember two main things. Here central government formed committee is there, no? So this committee will be looking into what are the possible ways. Okay, they're not going into the reservation related issues and all, because that is not the job of that committee. So they're going to see whether this problem can be solved by any other alternative way. So they will suggest this to the central government. But what Supreme Court will look into, whether this reservation within scheduled castes can be subcategorized or not. So that is what the issue that will be looked by 7-judge bench of Supreme Court. So this is what you have to clearly understand. Then the decision to form this committee comes at a time when 7-judge bench is also trying to hear this issue. So they will be looking whether subcategorization among SCs and STs also is all permissible or not. Okay, so because there are some violations to right to equality, Article 14 can get violated. So whether like Parliament can provide such things or not is the question before the Supreme Court. So Supreme Court also will be valid, it also will check the validity of constitutionality of the subcategorization for the purpose of reservation in jobs and education. On the other hand, government panel will be looking into other ways to take care of the grievances, not by just providing reservation. Okay, so this is what the difference you have to understand. Then it is time for practice questions. So you can see which of the following are created under the provisions of Constitution of India: National Development Council, Finance Commission, National Commission for Scheduled Castes, Commission to investigate the conditions of backward classes. So answer among this which is the correct option in the comment section. Then the question for mains: explain the concept of caste system in India and discuss the impact of social and economic status of various groups within the society. 250 words. Okay, so this is a mains question related to this topic. So as we have come to the end of this video, in this video what we have discussed about SC subcategorization. So why this issue came into forefront now, what is meaning of subcategorization, what is a government committee, who constitutes this committee and why this committee is formed, what is the Supreme Court's earlier verdicts related to subcategorization, what is the background of this issue. All these are the things which we have discussed as part of this video. Thank you.